Okay, dear children, look at these pictures. Look at these pictures. Write the names of the activities and the names of the people you know who can do these things. So, what is the first picture? Yes, the boy, it's written for you, it's done for you. The boy is painting. And if you know anybody who loves painting and who can paint, you can write their name. Any of your friends or anybody you know who knows how to paint, you can write their name. So, what is the boy doing? He can paint, and you are writing the name of the person you know who can paint. Somebody you know. So, you can write any of your friends. You can write any about any of the people, any people you know, the names you can write there. So the second one, what is that? That is swimming. The boy is swimming. What is he doing? He's swimming. And do you know anybody who knows swimming? You can write their name there. Next, the girl is, what is she doing? Yes, do you know? She has two long needles with her and she is knitting. Yes, she's knitting with a knitting needle and wool. Now, next. So, do you know anybody who knows knitting? If you don't know, don't write. Okay, just write what the activity is. Then, next is the girl is, she's wearing a chef's hat and she is cooking. Okay, now you can write anybody who knows cooking. So who is that? Your mother knows cooking. Your brother and your father, they know cooking? You can write their names. Okay. So next, roller skating. Roller skating or skating. See, he's wearing his safety helmet and he is roller skating. He has his safety patch on his elbows. So he's roller skating. Do you know anybody? You can write the names. Now this is dancing. Okay, now look at this once more. You are looking at the first one is painting. Second one is cooking. Sorry, second one, not below. The parallel is swimming. Next is knitting. Down you have cooking. Then skating. Then the next is dancing. Finish writing that, okay? So let's look at page number, the next page, 55. 55 you have Rohan and he's standing with his friends. So repeat with me. Rohan is studying in class 3. As a part of his group project, he has to ask 3 friends about things they are good at and things in which they need to improve. Listen to their conversation. So what is that? So he has to find out about the things from his 3 friends about the things they are good at. What is that? They love to do something and they are very good at something. So three friends, whatever they are good at, then whatever they don't like to do and they know they have to improve. So if you are not good at something, you have to keep practicing and you have to improve. So listen to their conversation.
Rohan is studying in class 3. As a part of his group project, he has to ask 3 friends about things they are good at and things in which they need to improve. Listen to their conversation.
Hi friends, for my school project, I need to ask my friends about things they are good at and some things in which they can do better. Can you tell me about these things, please?
Sure, Rohan. I love swimming. Our school coach says I'm very good at it. He says I can participate in the inter-school competition to be held at our school later this year. That's very nice. What about you, Lata?
I love artwork. I can make models. I can draw well too. How about you, Rohan? Do you like to draw?
Oh no, I hate drawing. But I love skating. I can skate quite well. What about you, Divya? Do you like skating?
Yes, I do. My parents gifted me a new pair of skates for my birthday this year. I love dancing too. I'm learning Kuchipudi. My dance teacher says I'm picking up the steps quite fast.
That's nice. Okay, friends, thanks for talking to me. I'm ready for the project now.
You're welcome, Rohan.
Listen to the conversation between Rohan and his friends again. Then complete the table below.
Hi, friends. For my school project, I need to ask my friends about things they are good at and some things in which they can do better. Can you tell me about these things, please?
Sure, Rohan. I love swimming. Our school coach says I'm very good at it. He says I can participate in the inter-school competition to be held at our school later this year.
That's very nice. What about you, Lata?
I love artwork. I can make models. I can draw well too. How about you, Rohan? Do you like to draw?
Oh no, I hate drawing. But I love skating. I can skate quite well. What about you, Divya? Do you like skating?
Yes, I do. My parents gifted me a new pair of skates for my birthday this year. I love dancing too. I'm learning Kuchipudi. My dance teacher says I'm picking up the steps quite fast.
That's nice. Okay, friends, thanks for talking to me. I'm ready for the project now.
You're welcome, Rohan.
So listen to the answers. You have finished listening to the conversation twice. Now if you want to listen again, no problem. You can listen to it again and you can do this on your own. But I am giving you the answer key right now. So Rohan, he can skate. He is good at skating. Can do skating. He can't do drawing and he hates drawing. Okay. Person next one, Divya. Divya is also good at skating and she's also learning dance or learning Kuchipudi. What's the name of that? It's a name of a classical form of dance, Kuchipudi. So Divya is learning Kuchipudi. Mir, he can swim very well. He can swim. He can and he is very good at swimming and there is his coach says that he can participate in the inter-school competition. So he will be participating in competitions. Now next one, Lata. Lata is good at she loves artwork and she loves to make models and she draws very well. Okay, complete this after looking at. You can listen to that again once more if you want. We are going to look at page number 56B3. So you have to look at this, listen to this once, twice, thrice, 4 times, no problem. Okay, you can listen to it as many times as you want and try to repeat what they are telling. What did we say? We will repeat in front of the mirror. Okay, should repeat it in front of the mirror. So that's how you will practice whatever you are not very familiar with the English language. This is not our native language. We have our mother tongue, which may be Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, whatever. But we are learning a new language and for that we have to imitate. So keep on imitating and you will be fluent in English very soon. Okay. Don't worry if you're making mistakes. You can just keep on imitating in front of the mirror. Okay. So now let's look at this. Repeat with me. Mir, Lada, Divya and Rohan regularly meet at the playground. Rohan and Lada are in class 3. Mir is in class 4 while Divya is in class 5. They are studying in different schools. Listen to their conversation. What are they talking about?
Mir, Lata, Divya and Rohan regularly meet at the playground. Rohan and Lata are in class 3. Mir is in class 4 while Divya is in class 5. They are studying in different schools. Listen to their conversation. What are they talking about?
Hi Mir, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. We have final exams in 2 weeks.
Is that so? We are still writing our unit test 2 exams. By the way, why has Lata not come down to play today?
No idea. Let's ask Rohan. They live in the same block. He might know.
Hi Rohan, do you know why Lata has not come to play today?
Lata's grandmother slipped in the bathroom this morning. Her mother has taken her to the hospital. So Lata must take care of her younger brother.
Oh no! Is Lata alone? Shall we all go and check if she needs help? Oh look! There she comes! How's your grandmother, Lata?
She's fine. Luckily, it was just a small bruise. The doctor said she should be careful with wet floor. She'll be fine in a day or two, but she should rest for a week.
See, we all should be careful when we play too.
True. By the way, have you been to the new exhibition that's come to our society? Not yet. Shall we all go together this weekend? It's close by. Do you think our parents would allow us to go there by ourselves?
That's a good idea. Let's ask them and go.
Mir goes back home and tells his mother about the evening with his friends. Listen to the conversation again and complete Mir's report.
Hi Mir, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. We have final exams in 2 weeks.
Is that so? We are still writing our unit test 2 exams. By the way, why has Lata not come down to play today?
No idea. Let's ask Rohan. They live in the same block. He might know.
Hi Rohan, do you know why Lata has not come to play today?
Lata's grandmother slipped in the bathroom this morning. Her mother has taken her to the hospital. So Lata must take care of her younger brother.
Oh no! Is Lata alone? Shall we all go and check if she needs help? Oh look! There she comes! How's your grandmother, Lata?
She's fine. Luckily, it was just a small bruise. The doctor said she should be careful with wet floor. She'll be fine in a day or two, but she should rest for a week.
True. By the way, have you been to the new exhibition that's come to our society? Not yet. Shall we all go together this weekend? It's close by. Do you think our parents would allow us to go there by ourselves?
That's a good idea. Let's ask them and go.
Okay, now you listen to that again. Now we can just complete this. What is that? Repeat with me. Mummy, you know that my final exams are in 2 weeks, right? But Divya is still writing the unit test 2 exams. All of us went to the playground at the usual time except Leda. Except Leda means all of us were there, only Leda was not there. So except Leda, all of us were there. Rohan told us that she had to take care of her younger brother. You have to write that in one sentence, but they have only so you can write either Rohan told us that she had to be with her brother, younger brother, or had to take care of her younger brother. You know that they both stay in the same block, but she joined us later. It seems her grandmother had a fall in the bathroom. She needs to take rest for a week. We all decided to be careful when we play too. By the way, Mummy, there is an exhibition in our locality. We are all planning to go there this weekend. Is it okay for us to go on our own? I promise we'll be careful. Okay, we are going to speak and practice. What is that? Speaking and practicing. Repeat with me. Speaking and practicing. Ask. Read this conversation between Gaurav and his grandfather. Repeat with me, please. Grandpa. Whenever it's given like that, if it's a dialogue, you'll put that 2 dot. And now, Grandpa is talking about what he wants to Gaurav. Grandpa. Gaurav, Can you get me my walking stick, please? Gaurav. Yes, Grandpa. Here it is. Please take it. Grandpa. How are you preparing for your exams? Your exams are round the corner, aren't they? Gaurav. Yes, Grandpa. I'm confident of maths. I can do the sums well and fast too. But I'm worried about EVS. I cannot draw the diagrams. I find them tough. So that's how you practice. You practice in front of the mirror. So now, by the way, if you find something tough, like Gaurav was telling, he finds EVS tough because he cannot draw the diagrams. What can you do if you find something tough? Just keep practicing. When you are drawing the diagram once, twice, thrice, you learn it. Spellings. You don't know something? You learn it again and again. Write it and learn. You learn the spellings very quickly. So once you're writing something and learning, it stays in your memory. It gets written in your brain. So write and study. That is the trick for learning well. So, okay, we are on page number 50. We were not able to complete that from the last chapter. So let's just finish this. This is in this is on page number 50 at the chapter at the bus stop. We are just continuing with it. So repeat with me. When we are refusing offer of help, whenever we are refusing offer of help means we are saying when somebody offers us help and tells us when they are asking, shall I help you? How do you say? You don't say no. You say, let's look at this. When someone has offered you help and you do not need it, refuse it politely. You can say, thank you very much for your offer, but I can do it on my own. So what do you say whenever somebody offers you something and offers you help? You say, thank you very much for your offer, or thank you very much for your help. And so that's how you'll always say without telling. No, you don't say no. No, you say thank you very much for your offer, but I can do it on my own. Thank you very much. Okay, if you can do it on your own. Or if they are offering you help, you can say thank you very much for your offer. Look at this. You are reading the following conversation. This is between a person who is helping, offering help, and the person who is taking the help. Repeat with me. Read the following conversation. Then enact a similar conversation with your partner. So you are not with your partner. You can enact means you are acting it. So you are doing this in front of the mirror. You are offering the help and you are the one accepting help. If you do not need help, then refuse the offer politely. So what do you say? First person is telling, shall I help you put this bag on the rack? And what is that uncle telling? Yes, please. Thank you. That's very kind of you. So do you think it's very kind of him? Yes, this is an old person. He needs help. So whenever we find somebody who needs help, you can offer them help. Even if they don't ask you, you can offer. Shall I do it? You can always offer help. So look at this C2. This is on page number, the same page. We have this on page number 51. So look at the following pictures. How do you offer help? You can just look at that. All the people need some kind of help. Can you help them? In pairs, role play the situations, ask and offer help. So what do you do? First one, the teacher, she has to carry the books. So you can ask, you can do, what can you ask? The first person can ask, can I help you carry the books? So what can the teacher say? As if when you're saying, yes please, that would be very helpful. Next one, B. The girl, her shoelace is untied. So what do you say? Can I help you? Should I help you tie up your shoelace? So but she's doing it herself. When somebody is, if you don't know something, you can take help. If you can do it yourself, you should do it yourself. So thank you, but I can do it myself. That's how you'll reply. Next one, see, the boy he has his papers all over the floor. So his friend is asking, can I help you pick up the papers? Can I help you clean up the trash? So yes, please. That would be very helpful. So he's helping him. So now the girl D. Shall I help you keep the books in the cupboard? Shall I help you arrange the books in the cupboard? Yes, please. That would be very helpful. You can always, if you're not going to take the help, you can say, thank you, but I will do it myself. I can do it myself. Thank you very much for the offer, but I can do it myself. Thank you very much. So next one, the picture shows E. What is that? E, the girl is standing with the father and she's going to ask, may I help you open the door? So what can you say? Thank you, but I'll open the door. You can help me. Thank you. You can help me carry this bag. You can say it like that. So let's repeat this. Here are some phrases which you can use to offer help to someone. I'll do something. What is that? Example is, I'll carry the bag for you. Let me do something. That is, the example is, let me open the door for you. Do you want me to do something? Example, do you want me to bring a glass of water for you? That's a question mark, okay? Do you want me to bring a glass of water for you? Next one, would you like me to do something? Example would be, would you like me to carry the books for you? Would you like me to carry the books? So now, this is for your fun activity. Actually, this is not at all a fun activity. This is going to help you make you feel better, and you will be a better person when you're helping others. So repeat with me. You're going to work in groups if you are in school, but you can do this at home with the help of your parents and grandparents at home. So repeat with me. Discuss. This is interacting and communicating. So discuss. Work in small groups and discuss how you can help your parents and grandparents at home. Then share your ideas with the whole class. So if you are at home, you can't discuss with the class. So you'll just ask your parents or your grandparents how you can help them at home. So now think of all the incidents when you offered help to different people during the week. So have you been helpful? So you can write all that, fill in the details. So here is an example. This is completed for you. You can do these things and write it like this. Folding clothes, you have helped mummy, that is on Monday. Clean my plate, you're helping mummy, that is you do it every day. Make my bed, you're helping mummy every day morning. Clean the table, you can help your mother, your mummy or your grandmother every day cleaning the table. Fill the bottles, you can do that for your father or your mother or your grandparents. Sweep rooms, you can help your mother every day, or whenever you want to help her, you can ask her and offer her help. So till next week, bless you, God bless you. Take care, children.